Hey guys, welcome back to Look Back. I am so excited to do this video today because I'm talking about my favorite artist and one of my favorite records from my favorite artist. If you haven't guessed from my shirt, I'm talking about Ashlee Simpson's Bittersweet World. Bittersweet World was released 8 years ago today. It came after Ashlee's stint as Roxy Hart in London's West End production of Chicago, and it was a departure for Ashlee at the time. She focused less on her pop rock sound that she was known for in favor of a beat-heavy party record. It was Ashlee's first experimentation in the pop world, and it's her most critically acclaimed album yet. But fun fact about Bittersweet World, it didn't intend to be this fun, quirky record. In fact, it was a singer-songwriter record that Ashlee sought out to make after Chicago, and she was working with Tim Rice Oakley, Pharrell, will.i.am, Beth Hart, John Legend. She was working with all these big names, but midway through she decided to switch gears. She turned to Timbaland and his camp, Chad Hugo from the Neptunes, and Kenna to make this party, quirky, abstract album that really evolved her artistry to another level and introduced a whole new side of her artistry to her fans. Bittersweet World took the 80s influences from I Am Me and kicked it up a few notches, and for me, Bittersweet World is always the album that I have the most memories of Ashlee's music career. Number one, I saw her during promo at a Fuse TV show called The Sauce. Me and my best friend, we are probably the biggest Ashlee fans you will ever meet, and we got to be in the audience during the taping of the show. We got to speak with Ashlee a little bit, and just to have this brief one-on-one time was great for us at the time. We were probably 18 or 19. Another memory is when she was promoting Little Miss Obsessive. I saw her on TRL. I got to see her perform the single twice in the front row. I got to speak to her about her new tattoo that she had at the time. I was young and I was probably dying. But what is probably my favorite moment ever is I had the opportunity to ask Ashlee to do something for me. I saw her the day before my birthday years ago. I had her write down lyrics to the song Rule Breaker, and I got them tattooed on me as a birthday present to myself. See? And that is probably the coolest thing that has ever happened to me. Ashlee totally could have been like, no, I'm not doing this, or she could have been like, wow, that's a little creepy that you're asking me to do this. But she was so chill about it. She took her time, she did different styles of her handwriting, she asked if everything was okay. She even had her assistant come back with a different piece of paper that had the lyrics on it that said, "Happy birthday, love, Ashlee." It was probably one of the best memories that I'll ever have in my entire life, and I'm so thankful and appreciative of that. Anyone that knows me knows that I am one of Ashlee's biggest fans. I'm very ride or die for her, so it's no surprise that I am singing the praises of this album. But to look at it from a musical standpoint, it is still very good without my sunglasses up that everything that Ashlee says is great. There's a lot of 80s influences on this album. This album was very beat heavy. It still incorporated a little bit of that pop rock sound. There were guitars on some tracks, but they weren't as heavy as her past two albums. And it's probably some of my favorite music of her discography. I would like to highlight a few songs from this record. If you haven't listened to it yet, you can definitely go stream it on Spotify, buy it on iTunes. Whatever you do, don't pass up these songs. Like I said, removing my sunglasses as a Ashlee Simpson fan, these are great pop songs. They're very underrated, and it's pretty criminal that none of these songs blew up. The first song I want to highlight is Boys. It's a cross between the Cardigans' Love Fool and a Kylie Minogue track. It is one of Ashlee's best dance-driven songs she's done. It was rumored to be the third single off the album. I wish to God it was. I feel like it would have done great over the summer as a single for her. It's got this very reggae style. Chad Hugo produced it. It's probably in my top 10 Ashlee songs ever. It's Ashlee being silly and sexy and playful, and honestly, who doesn't like a pop star that vamps it up from time to time? The second song I want to talk about is Rule Breaker. I love Rule Breaker. Ever since I heard it, it was like this anthem for me. I love bratty songs. I love aggressive, obnoxious, in-your-face songs. I love cocky songs. This one was very like hands in the air, fist pump, cheerleading anthem. Fun facts again, it appeared on Rolling Stone's Top 50 Singles of 2008, and it wasn't even a single. So probably what the best song on the record is, No Time for Tears. I love this song. It is such ear candy. It's a perfect pop song. It's got this great positive message. It's got this weird, like, wind chimey water drop beat. Chad Hugo did this again. I prefer a lot of the Chad Hugo songs on the record versus the Timbaland songs, and this one, it's the heart of the record for me. It's really fantastic and probably Ashlee's most underrated song ever. I would say the high point of the song would be the bridge. I'm picky when it comes to pop bridges, but this one changes the whole middle eight formula, and it just goes into this whole breakdown of the song with the chorus and repeating certain lyrics, and it really is phenomenal and Ashlee at her best. One of the songs that's the most different than anything Ashlee's ever done on the record is Murder. It's straight tribal beats. Timbaland produced it. Travie McCoy from Gym Class Heroes was originally supposed to appear on it. It was the first song that leaked from this set back in the fall of 2007. And it's really fresh. It's Ashlee, she's channeling her whole Roxy Hart part of her personality. It's fun, it's silly, it's got these weird lyrics. Ashlee can be a quirky, silly, strange girl, and this song embodies everything about that and embodies what she was going through at the time, coming off of playing this well-known character that really she became. And then the last song I would like to talk about would be Can't Have It All. It was a bonus track. It didn't appear on all editions, but it is probably Ashlee's best ballad to date. It's very ethereal, very dreamy. It has this whimsical beat. It's very pop rock. It's one of the more pop rock songs on the album. And it really leaves me speechless when I listen to it. I know that sounds corny, but it was a song that deserved to be on the standard edition. It was a song that deserved to be a single, and it's a song that everyone deserves to know. Now, the era was short-lived. I, of course, would change a few things about it. I would have shot a video for Little Miss Obsessive. I would have shot at least 2 more videos back-to-back against Little Miss Obsessive just to kind of keep things rolling. Obviously, with the public appearances and public performances, there wasn't really much she could do at the time, but just having visuals out for the fans and still releasing radio singles, I think that would have been good enough. Singles that I probably would have released would definitely have been Boys. That would have taken over the summer. I probably would have released No Time for Tears. I think that would be a really radio-friendly single and something to get radio back on her side. And I think that's about it. I wouldn't have wanted more than 4 singles from this record. And I think Outta My Head was the perfect song to introduce this record to, and I thought Little Miss Obsessive was a great song to kind of get the general public interested in this record. The only thing I would have changed was the abrupt ending and just kind of prepare just to kind of get it out long term, at least till the end of 2008. And I simply cannot end this video without talking about Ashlee's iconic red hair. It is my favorite hair color she's ever had. I wish she would bring it back. She looked phenomenal. Ashlee can really rock any hairstyle and any hair color, but it was the red hair that really brought out the fiery, sassy, silly, fun vibe of this record, and I wish it's something she would revisit. So, Ashlee, if you're listening, that's about it for this episode. Thank you again for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Go and stream Bittersweet World today. And leave a comment below if you want me to review an album that you like. And always remember to hit the subscribe button so you can see all the look back episodes first, as well as any Popology Now TV episode first. See ya!